All right, so Coach Riley said maybe first half was kind of the offense's part of the practice, and then defense might have won that second half. Is that kind of your assessment, and just kind of how did it play out for you?
Yeah, I felt like the offensive line specifically had a lot of ups and downs throughout the practice. I felt like we came out really hot and did really well. But then towards the second half, as you just stated, it was just one guy out of the line just not having a good series, and it kind of just trickled to the entire offense. So we just need to be better and more consistent, and just I guess that's a part of maturity and growing up as an offensive line unit.
Now, you guys are a veteran group. You've got some familiarity as players with each other, learning a new system. I'm just curious about just the process and how comfortable you are as a group with what you're running right now.
I would say we're pretty confident in our coaching and the scheme so far. It's not incredibly complex. It's pretty simple, and we did a great job installing it throughout our winter training program. So I think we're pretty confident right now in ourselves. But just every day we're just coming out here trying to find one thing at least to get better at and just kind of master. That's kind of the goal of the spring for the line unit.
And then we know you guys have had some goal line stuff, some red zone stuff. I'm just curious, short yardage, how do you feel you guys are doing as a line in those kind of moments where it's on you to kind of do it?
Sure. Yeah, like I said earlier, I mean, we believe in our coaching staff and in our schemes that we're running right now. From my perspective, for what it's worth, I feel like it's pretty effective, and I feel like we've done a good job at it so far throughout spring. But I guess the true test is going to come in the fall when we play opponents.
And Coach Edson's talked about kind of building depth up behind that first group, who I think we have a pretty good idea at this point, and Mason definitely is one of them. Who have been some of the young guys who have impressed you?
So honestly, out of the second group, I think all of them have had their moments of shine. We've been really impressed with Mason, with our tackle play at the second group, even interior-wise, and guys like Andrew Millick have just come a long way over these 10 practices so far. So I'm encouraged by their commitment to getting better and buying into this program and what Coach Henson is kind of bringing to the table. So it's been really encouraging so far.
And if you had to letter grade the offensive line and you individually, just at this point in spring, what would you say you guys are at?
That's tough. It's hard to quantify it just because we're going against the same defense. It's like playing the same opponent X amount of times in a row, right? I think every day we're getting better. There's been some days where we've been a little up, a little down, as you saw today throughout the scrimmage. But overall, I think we're on the incline. I guess that's kind of where I'd put that.
So I kind of want to ask a question just kind of socially. You've got Brett and some of those O-line guys that you've known forever, but you've got a team full of new guys from new places. Extending beyond just the offensive line, how have you guys come together as a group with not just all the different location guys, but even you as an older guy with the younger guys? How are you guys coming together as a group?
Yeah. So Coach Riley has made it a point to say that this is probably the most unique roster in USC history with what happened in terms of bringing guys back from last season, the transfers we brought in and all that. So it's been really fun just getting to know these dudes throughout the spring so far. And we kind of do a lot of stuff in the facilities, hanging out. Our lounge is super active. We're always in there, whether it's playing the Papa Shot or table tennis seems to be a big thing. So just things like that, little things kind of over time add up, I think, especially with considering how much time we spend inside the facilities.
How's your Papa Shot game?
So we like to play a lot of horse, and we always, it's a tradition, we always would play it on Fridays in the fall. Brett, Justin Dietich, Jonah Bonheim, Joe Bryson, a few other line, and a couple skill players. So it's been a little bit since we played, but we need to get back. But I think overall, I think I'm the best in horse. Brett's probably second, I'd say.
And then just one last thing, just any D guys that you want to give shouts out to. You're going up against them every day. Is there anybody, any veterans, any newcomers, anybody kind of grabbed your attention at this point?
Super impressed with Shane Lee so far and just kind of his maturity and what he brings to the table. And then Raylan Goforth really has stood out to me in terms of just bringing it every play. Like that dude really has found an edge and just is just super physical. So I've been really impressed with that. And D-line, like today, had a really great day. I think all of them and their ability to rotate because they have depth this year. It just is super helpful for them and allows them to play fresh and hard. So overall, I'd say the D-line as a whole and then those two guys at linebacker have been really impressive.
Awesome.